Today we are going to discuss chapter 2 polynomial. But before I start, I just want to emphasize what polynomial means. So polynomial can be understood after understand the word poly and nomial. Poly means multiple, nomial means terms. So it means polynomial is something in which we can see multiple terms. Now, but before we start, we understand the definition of polynomial. We should understand what expression is. Now you can see that expression 2x plus 3 upon x, which can be written as 2x exponent 1 plus 3 exponent minus 1, because this x can be taken up, so it becomes minus 1. So but this expression and the polynomial have some difference. Actually the polynomials are a kind of expression, but what different kind that makes it polynomial, we are going to understand that. Now we are discussing this definition, which I have just experienced after seeing expression, and then I can come to this definition. This is very general one, this is not the specific one. You can make, or you can think of something else also if you have any. So polynomial is an expression. It means this is a kind of expression which has variables and constant. You can see that expressions always has some variable and some constant. Along with this means expressions has variables and constant, so this we know. And along with this, all variables have exponent as whole numbers. So that is very important concept, that polynomial is a kind of expression, but all variables must have exponent as whole number. So for example, you can see this exponent, which is 2x1 plus 3x minus 1. This is not a polynomial, because this x minus 1, x exponent is minus 1, and according to the definition or according to the understanding of polynomial, the exponent of variable must always be a whole number. So that's why this is an expression, this cannot be said as a polynomial. So please remember this important fact, that in all expressions, if variables has exponent as whole number, then we say expression as a polynomial. Okay, to understand that in a better way, we take some examples. So example 1 I have taken. You see this is written 2x exponent 2 and x exponent as 1. So it is a polynomial because you can see that variable x has 2, which is an exponent, which is a whole number. Here you also see that x is exponent as 1. So this is again a whole number. So it means that this expression is a polynomial. Come to example number 2, that x plus 1 upon x. Further, you can write this as x plus x whole is to power this x exponent as minus 1. So here it's okay that x exponent as 1, which is a whole number, but here x minus 1, which is minus 1, is not a whole number. So that's why this is not a polynomial. I have mentioned the reason also, as x has minus 1 as an exponent and minus 1 is not a whole number. Please remember this very important fact, and this is going to be a very important fact about this chapter, that polynomials are actually the expressions in which all variables has exponent as whole number. Now we discuss about the types of polynomials. The polynomials are classified according to two ways. The first way is according to the degree. Just I recall you what degree means. The degree means the polynomial in which you can see the highest number as an exponent of the variable is called the degree. So you are well aware of this. So now what are the classifications you see now? The first is a constant polynomial. This constant polynomial means degree should be 0. Here I have written px as c. C means some constant, and some constant means 2, 3, 4, -1, -2, etc. But that c is not equal to 0. So we say this type of polynomial as constant polynomial, and degree of this constant polynomial is 0. Why 0? I'm just mentioning this because this 2 can be written as 2x exponent as 0, because x exponent 0 is 1. So ultimately you can see the highest exponent of the variable is 0. So degree is now 0, and this is called the constant polynomial. Now come to linear polynomial. Linear means degree 1. Remember this, linear itself is representing a line. Line means linear. So linear is always of degree 1. So degree linear polynomial example I am taking ax plus b. Here a not equal to 0. So this example I have written a equal to 2x plus 3. So you can see the exponent of the variable as 1. So here the highest exponent of any variable is 1. So this is a linear polynomial of degree 1. Now here I have mentioned very important thing, that a cannot be equal to 0. So I am mentioning here why a cannot be 0, and I will ask from everyone that why this a not equal to 0. So remember this important fact, that if I take a equal to 0, then 0 into x plus b. So 0 into x is 0, only b will be left, and if b is left, then it cannot be a linear polynomial. As b is a constant, so it becomes a constant polynomial. That's why I have mentioned this a not equal to 0. Now we have two more. I've just explained cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial means the degree is 3. See the general form, ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, and this comma a not equal to 0. Again, if a equal to 0, then this will not be a cubic polynomial. It will become either linear, it can become either constant, or it can become quadratic also. So this is very important that you see that cubic polynomial is in which a this not equal to 0, means the coefficient of the highest degree term should not be equal to 0. And quadratic, quadratic in which the highest degree is 2. Again, in this a not equal to 0 is mentioned. So example of quadratic I have taken, you can see all these examples, and examples of cubic polynomial, you can see that examples. Here you remember one important thing, that a cannot be 0, but here b, c can be 0. So you can see that example here, b is 0 in that example. Here in that example c is 0. Here in this example a is not 0, which is 1. B and c both are 0. So this is the possibility that b or c can be 0, but a cannot be 0 if it is a quadratic polynomial. Similarly in cubic also, a cannot be 0, b can be 0, c can be 0, d can be 0. You see all the examples in which different, sometimes b is 0, sometimes c is 0, sometimes d is 0, and in that last example x cube, you can see b, c, d all are 0. So but a not equal to 0, you should remember this. Now see this biquadratic. Biquadratic means when degree is 4. When degree is 4, then general form is ax4, ax exponent 4. I can make it more darker, ax4, and this is bx cube, this is cx square dx plus e, and here also a not equal to 0. So example of this is like 3x whole exponent, this 3x whole exponent as 4, this is 8x exponent 3, 5x exponent 2, minus x plus 1. This is another example, x4 plus x cube. This is another example, 4x exponent 4, etc. So you see here again b, c, d, e can be 0, but a cannot be 0. Now come to this zero polynomial, which is the most important types of polynomial. The zero polynomial means px equal to 0. So if px equal to 0, example I have written that px equal to 0, degree of px, the important thing, why this degree I have written, this degree of px is not defined. This is very, very important, and I'm going to ask from everyone of you why this degree is not defined. I'm explaining you now, will ask you later, that if px equal to 0, then it can be written as 0 into x exponent 1. Here you can see x exponent as 1, so you can say the degree is 1. Now you can write 0 also as 0 into x square. So this time you can say the degree of the polynomial is 2. Also, if I hide this, you can write 0 also equal to 0 into x cube. So here you see the degree is 3. So it means you can go up to any number, higher number, higher number, higher number. So degree, you will not come to know which degree is actually the degree of this polynomial, 0 polynomial. So that's why we say that degree of px is not defined. Okay, now we come to the second way how we can classify polynomials, and this you have already done in class 8. Types of polynomial on the basis of number of terms. So on the basis of number of terms means if there is one term, a polynomial in which we can see that there is one term, so we call this as monomial. Mono means single, monomial means there is only one term. So example is px equal to 100x, and you can say another example qx equal to 2x exponent 100. So here we are not bothering about what the degree, what the highest power is, but we are concerning about the number of terms. So second is binomial. Binomial means when there are two. Bi means two. So a polynomial in which there are two terms only. So we say example this x square plus x7. This is binomial. This another example 100x square plus x is another example of binomial. You can see there are two terms. Similarly, trinomial, a polynomial in which there are three terms. So example x cube plus x 100 plus 3, this is qx, x 2x square plus 3. So these are some examples. Now some of you might ask if there are 4 terms, if there are 5 terms, if there are 6 terms, there are 7 terms. So what we say to them? So now in very simple terms, you can say if for let's say for example there are 5 terms in the given polynomial. So we'll simply say this is a polynomial with 5 terms. Similarly, for degree also you can say if you can see the highest power as 100, but we don't have any name for the polynomial. If we are seeing the degree, then that polynomial will be called a polynomial with degree 100. So that way you can classify further also after trinomial. Okay, let's summarize whatever we have studied till now. We'll check whether which kind of understanding we have developed. So I'm starting with this with these questions. The first question is px equal to x plus x square plus 1 upon x a polynomial? So you answer this. I will also explain, but I want that you answer this. Okay, if your answer is yes, it means you are not right. If your answer is no, it means you are right. And now we'll discuss why it is not a polynomial. It is not a polynomial because if this polynomial is written in standard form means all variables should be in the numerator. So if I write this, then this term will become x exponent as -1. And I discussed with you that if any variable has exponent as other than whole number, then that cannot be a polynomial. Though this is an expression, but this is not a polynomial. So your answer is no, this is not a polynomial. Now come to question number 2. What is the degree of px? You can see this is x cube, this is x square, this is 5x 5 plus this is into 1 by x. So if you say the degree is 5, you are going to be wrong. And or if you say the degree is 3, then also you are going to be wrong, because you have to answer after simplifying all the terms. So if I simplify this last term, then x, this is 1, this is x5. So if I simplify this term will become x exponent as 4. So it means the x4 is the highest exponent among all these terms. So of the terms, you can see now this polynomial has degree 4. So your answer, if it is 4, it is okay. If it is not, then you have to consider your understanding again. Now come to question number 3. Is this polynomial which is given in the bracket a binomial? So you can see x square plus 2x plus 3 plus x. So you say your answer, if it is yes, it is a binomial, then you are wrong. Or if you say this is biquadratic, means, or you say this is a polynomial with 4 degrees, then also you are not right, because you have to solve or you have to simplify this all terms. You should remember one thing, that expression in all expressions, the terms are in the simplified form, means all terms are unlike terms. Till all terms are like terms, you cannot say which kind of expression or a polynomial is that. So you have to first convert every term into unlike terms. So you see, this is 2x plus x. If I add this, it become 3x. So x square plus 3x plus 3. So there are three terms, so it becomes a trinomial. Okay, and I have answered this also. If not, then which type of polynomial it is? So it is a trinomial. Come to this question number 4. Is x cube plus x plus 3 plus 3x a trinomial? If your answer is yes, then you are right. But if you say no, then you are wrong. The reason I am discussing now, again, the reason is behind the unlike terms. You can see there are two terms which are like terms, this x and this is 3x. If you add them, this becomes x cube plus 4x plus 3. So there are now three terms. So it is a trinomial. On the basis of what we have learned till now, we are now able to do exercise 2.1. The first question is, which of the expressions are polynomial in one variable and which are not? See, the whole chapter, this polynomial, we are going to do every question on the basis that they are polynomial in one variable. If polynomial there are two variables, we are not going to discuss now, but only in one variable. For example, this 4x square minus 3x plus 7. In this whole polynomial, this is a polynomial or not, we will discuss this also. But this, you can see there we have used only one variable, which is x. So now my first question is that expression a polynomial? So answer is yes. This is a polynomial. You can see that x exponent is 2, which is a whole number, x1. If it is nothing written, then it means 1. Then x1 is also a whole number. So it means this is a polynomial. So your answer is yes, it is a polynomial. And because we have used only one variable, so this is a polynomial in one variable. Now come to this y square plus root 2. So you see, I am again and again saying the variable must have exponent as whole number. So I am not bothering about what constant term is. I am bothering about only the variable term. You can see that y, the exponent is 2 and this is a constant term, so there is no variable. So you can see, yes, it is a polynomial and it is in one variable, which is y. Now this is something else. So you see this t can be written as t, exponent as 1 by 2, and this is t and this is root 2. So you can see this expression is not a polynomial. So I want that you answer why this is not a polynomial. Okay, if some of you says this is not a polynomial because this t has exponent 1 by 2, which is not a whole number, then it means you are right. So this is not a polynomial, but we can say this is an expression in one variable, but this is not a polynomial. So now come to this y plus 2 upon y. So y plus 2 upon y, you can see this can be written as y plus 2y minus 1. So you can see here again that this y has exponent 1 and this y here exponent is minus 1, and this exponent is not a whole number, so this cannot be a polynomial, and we will say this is not a polynomial. This is only an expression in one variable. Now come to this x10 y cube t50. So is it a polynomial first of all? Okay, if some of you say no, it is not a polynomial, so it means you are wrong. But why? Reason I am mentioning, because x you see the exponent as 10, which is a whole number. Y you see this is 3, this is a whole number. T, which is a variable, you see the exponent as 50. So all exponents are whole numbers, so this is a polynomial. But yes, because this is not in one variable, there are three variables used. So you say this is a polynomial in three variables. Now come to question number 2. Question number 2 asks us write the coefficient of x square in each of the following. So I am just mentioning what the coefficient means. They are asking you the coefficient of x square. So you see that whatever is getting multiplied by this x square will be the coefficient of x square. But before you decide the coefficient of x square, you must see that your polynomial must be written in the standard form. Standard form means all terms must be unlike terms. So here you can see that 2 is x square and x, all three terms are unlike terms, so you can answer this question very easily. So you can see the coefficient because nothing is written, so 1 is always there, so coefficient of x square is 1. Here you see the coefficient of x square is pi by 2, and in that fourth case root 2x minus 1, you can see there is no x square. So but you can write this way, this equation this way, that 2 root 2x plus 0 into, I'm making it more closer so that you can view this very clearly, 0 into x square minus 1. So coefficient of x square will be 0. Now question number 3 you can try yourself. Question number 4, write the degree of the polynomials. So you can see first this one, the highest exponent is 3, so we'll say the degree is 3. Here you see this example, this is 5t minus root 7. So for this the degree, because t can be the exponent can be written as 1, so degree of this is 1. Now come to question number 4. Question number 4 is asking you classify the following as linear, quadratic, cubic polynomial. Now it means they are asking you on the basis of degree, you decide whether this is a linear, this is a quadratic, and this is a cubic. So you can see that x square, the highest exponent of variable x is 2. So we say this is a quadratic polynomial. Second one, you see again this highest exponent of the variable is 2. So this is again a quadratic polynomial. And last one, you see this is 7x cube. So highest exponent is 3. So this is a cubic polynomial. Okay, please subscribe, those who have not subscribed, so that you can get the latest updates all the time.